Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad, and good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk to me. Funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! And he's here to join me to talk about the new film, Ick, which debuts everywhere next week in theaters on July the 24th, but has a special screening at the River Oaks Theater right here in Houston. He is the star of the movie himself, Mr. Brandon Routh. Brandon, how are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. Happy
Hey,
to
man,
be
thanks
here.
for coming to Houston, because I love it when people come here for premieres and actually give this city some more media attention. So thank you for coming down to Texas. How's it treated you thus far?
Great, yeah. We filmed this 2 years ago here in Houston in the summertime. So it's nice to be back and celebrating here with the crew and all the lovely people that helped us get it made.
Yeah, filming in Houston in the middle of the summer, obviously some hot days and some
Yes.
long days, I'm sure. But you have to be so happy with the way this movie turned out. It's such a fun horror movie, which is interesting to say, but it really is a lot of fun to watch.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the hugest horror fan, so for it has to be funny and not incredibly gross for me to be able to like it most of the time. And I just love the characters in the movie, and Houston fits so well in creating, the town of Eastbrook and making it feel like, we were really in the thick of it.
So that was going to be my question is, you saying that you're a not a self-professed horror fan per se,
Correct.
not over the top. So what was it about this film? Was it Joseph's vision? Was it the script? How did you kind of become involved with Ick?
It was a lot of things, but mostly it was Joseph. It was Joseph and his past work, his passion for this movie and for filmmaking, period, and his knowledge, and the script itself, and the character of Hank and what I could do with it, and kind of being the anti-hero guy who's down on his luck. He's not the hero at the beginning of the movie, which is not the character I normally play, in a way. You don't know that he's going to be the hero. And so I thought that was a fun challenge and just makes him more kind of real and human and grounded.
The way that Joseph's able to build this world, I remember, he's for people who don't know, he's a prolific music video director, but has also done several features. And one that caught my attention when it came out online a few years back was that Power Rangers short that he did.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I go, wow, this guy was able to take this intellectual property and really make this incredible world around it, where these characters, even in these crazy situations, felt real, but also he was able to nail these elements of comedy that he brings into Ick. And that, I don't know when he got on your radar, but that's when I first saw him.
Yeah. Yes, that was the first thing that I had noticed and knew that was Joseph. And then seeing Bodied was kind of the clincher for me. And then obviously, I had seen all those movies. Oh, excuse me, I had seen all those so many of those music videos, but didn't know that it was Joseph. You know, he just brings he's a dynamic storyteller and is highly stylized style of filmmaking, but also, you know, when we were making the movie, he also allowed for a lot of shift and change, even though he had such a vision for what he was doing already. He has this unique ability to be incredibly planned and structured, but also kind of roll with something that I might have thrown out there that he might have been different or funny also that we would try. So it was pretty great to work with him. Fast paced, but great to work with him.
Well, yeah, music video directors, I'm sure, are used to a certain pace that they like to direct at, and I'm sure it's quick a lot of the times. But that was going to be my next question: is when you get to work with someone like him, and you kind of already answered it for me, but I'd like for you to expound upon it. Having that collaboration with a director, I think, is great. Now, obviously, it's a director's vision. I've heard Quentin Tarantino talk about, "Hey, I wrote those words, and I hired you to say those words that I wrote." But sometimes there's some room for a collaboration to bring ideas to the table. That has to be like kind of fulfilling for an actor to be able to have a director like that on set.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think there are some dialogue and some scripts that shouldn't be altered very much because they've been poured over like a play for years, and some writers are that is so much of the story, the words that you do need to stick to it. But thankfully, I've worked with or the directors that I've worked with largely have been have written or co-written or part of it, the writing process, but are also just know that the actor is also important, and sometimes what may be written on the page doesn't come trippingly off the tongue for one person, and you know, there's just an air of authenticity that can come sometimes when there's just a little bit of breath in the dialogue. For me, anyway, helps me make it more real and more personable. And thankfully, Joseph, anyway, was into that and trusted me, and I trusted him. And we had a lot of funny little. Most of it's what's in there is in the script, but there are a little bit. A couple of little improvs that I might have thrown in that sometimes, if they're funny, if they stay in. But not many.
Yeah. If they stay in, it's a great treat, I'm sure, for you as an actor. And I always thought, like,
It is.
I'm such a big fan of the Johnny Carson Tonight Show, you know, which is several decades back. But what was so great about Johnny is he did not care if he was the funniest person in the show. He just wanted the show to be funny. He wanted the guests to look great. And I think that sometimes when a director does have a unique vision and style, but still allows for the actor to make their work and their vision the best that it possibly can be, not necessarily because it's their idea.
Yeah.
I think that that's like such a great set.
You're right. I mean, it's such a, you know, everybody is and when everybody's functioning at their highest level, they're adding layers of color and story and texture to what is a collaborative process. You know, filmmaking is such a collaborative process, and I've been doing this now for almost 25 years, and I've been on a lot of productions and TV and film and small productions and huge tentpole productions. And you know, the truth about filmmaking and the truth about life is that we all need each other and we all serve a purpose. And we all have to work together somehow, even though we don't understand what everybody's job is or why they may be as valuable. But we really have to work together, and that's one of the beautiful things about this business for me is when you have a crew that can work together so well. All these 100, 200 people making this one thing that everyone can enjoy. For a long time, hopefully, if it's a wonderful movie, it's a really cool thing to be a part of, and had a great time making this movie here in Houston.
Yeah, thinking singularly but acting collectively, I think, is the goal of filmmaking and a film crew, and that's obviously what happened with Ick. Okay, my final question for you, and
Well
again,
said.
Brandon, Joseph, you will be at the River Oaks Theater tomorrow here in Houston. That's July the 19th. Tickets are available still for that, and then the movie goes wide next week. When you work within this realm, and you've worked in similar films before, where there's effects and there's things where you have to play with the theater of the mind, how big of a challenge is that for you 25 years in, or can you kind of drop into that scenery really easily?
Oh, it's so much easier. It's so much easier because I don't feel like a silly person. I think I used to feel a little bit like a fool, like I'm acting to this green screen or tennis ball. I quickly got over myself, and that's just each actor has their own way of not feeling like a fool. Improv class really helped me early on in my career, actually, not feel silly as an actor doing funny voices and looking like just a ridiculous person because you have to go for it in improv, and that helped my dramatic acting actually. It's I've acted with cats, I've acted with nothing, I've acted against a lot of different things, and as long as I'm set and ready to go and know where my character is and where he's going in the scene, um, I can act against most things. It's always better when there's something real, but it's part of the job now, so I'm all right with it.
Part of the job, ick. The screening will be going down tomorrow at the River Oaks Theater and again in theaters wide next week on the 24th. Brandon, thank you so much for joining me this morning, man. Thank you for bringing this movie to Houston, shooting it in Houston. I could talk to you for a long time, but I really had fun with this one.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. Maybe next time we'll get more time, and thanks for helping us celebrate this movie and get the word out.
Hey, congrats, man.
Thank you very much.